No, we voted the right way.
No. But I'm saying some of us, a lot of people that look like us, voted for Trump.
They did,
The
but
Puerto
not.
Ricans, the Middle
Yo,
Easterners, the
listen.
Muslims, black men, black
So
women, black kids, whatever.
what I've heard though, right? What's a podcast episode 282? DJ Jerome Baker the third, always available. Hashtag Shira Eddie is moving at work right now, and
He's on the
don't charge
streets.
Don't charge Abdul is here.
I'm back, baby.
He's back, but we had a slight conversation, just saying like Dearborn, Michigan was this huge enclave of Arab Americans who were
Largest population in America.
so very vocal about what Biden and Harris weren't doing.
Right.
So much so that it helped turn Michigan red.
Right.
Why in the heck did they think Trump was going to save Palestine? What in Trump's entire campaign made them think he was gonna save Palestine?
This is the one thing he was so straightforward about. All the lies and every bit of dancing he did throughout the last, I'm gonna say since 2016, he's been dancing, right? Never answers a question straight. This was the one thing that he was actually very forthright about, that I think Netanyahu should have been done this. I think he should do more. I think he should completely wipe out Palestine. I mean, he's been saying this from the beginning. So the fact that Muslims in this country are now regretting their vote because they're now realizing that, oh shit, you know what? I always knew Jill Stein wasn't going to fucking win, but I just lost my vote and I gave her a vote. And essentially that vote was a vote for Trump.
Yes.
Any vote that was not for Kamala Harris was a vote for Trump. Whether it was for Trump or it was for Jill Stein or the Kennedy dude.
Another one or something. Yeah, whomever, right?
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
What gave any of you people the thought? Yes, listen, I am more than understanding that Muslims and Arabs were not happy with what Biden and Harris have done.
And Harris.
I completely understand that they're unhappy with it. None of us, even black people, nobody's happy about it, right?
Yeah.
But to think that Trump, of all people, is gonna have a heart and turn this shit around? Are you fucking serious? Yo, I don't know if you use TikTok at all. TikTok is just black people being like, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so.
Wow.
That's the one thing TikTok is right now. It's black people having long form 1 minute to 5 minute long videos that are hitting, doing thousands of numbers, thousands of likes, thousands of comments. And the whole premise is, what the hell were y'all thinking? Right?
Yeah.
I know you weren't here last week. Eddie and I spoke a little bit about it, and I spoke to some of the Spanish friends that I have. We're trying to say this.
What way were they swaying? What way did they vote?
So, of course, if they live here, they're going to try to scream they voted for Kamala. But their uncle or their tia or their Wello or their whomever cousin voted for Trump because they feel like the machismo, right? This standing that men can't vote for women or have women in charge is one of the things that a lot of races seem to have let stop them from voting for Kamala.
Jeez.
They just, it's a man's house. It don't even matter what our economic place is. The man is always the front of the household. Therefore, I cannot vote for it. They be like, it didn't have nothing to do with a race, which I think is a lie too.
Right.
Because they said every group of men, white men, Asian men, Hispanic men, black men, all shifted to the right, all voted closer for Trump. And they're trying to say that the Asians, the whites, and the Hispanics all were not, the men weren't comfortable with having a woman in charge. They're trying to say it didn't matter about the race, it just mattered about the fact that she was a woman.
I mean, comments like that leave me speechless. Like, that form of thinking is, I do see it, and I think, yeah, it's very much still alive. It's crazy to think that that's still happening in 2024. You know what I mean?
It's archaic. It's archaic. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's the reason why we're going to be in what we're going to be in. We don't know what, you know what I'm saying, the future's looking like. Yeah. Unfortunately. But that archaic way of thinking makes so much, it doesn't make any sense, excuse me.
Yeah.
And to let that be one of the factors that could have you or a family member deported, that's crazy.
Yeah. Homie is about to go nuts in the next 4 years.
I think he'll do some damage for sure.
He's going to do a lot of damage.
I'm trying to mitigate it because I don't want to.
I mean, the people that he's even bringing into his cabinet. I mean, the dude he brought up for attorney general is a guy that was
sexual predator.
It was being investigated for sexual
rape. Like young girls. Yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
Here's the one thing that I'll say that I think, because mind you, like, you know, I think there's another vote in 2 years for the people that are going to be in the Senate and the House, right? Mm-hmm. So effectively, Republicans are going to run this country for the next 2 years. Yeah, I think Democrats, like, and I think we've said this before, but like, you need to play hardball. Like, when you have an opportunity, if they go low, you need to go lower, cuz when the enemy is down, you don't just walk, you don't shake his hand and help him up. No, you need to step on their neck. That's on their phallus, so to speak, right? Like, legitimately, yes, like legitimately, yo, put the stake through their, you know what I'm saying, put the heart through their knife. I mean, I'm saying, put the knife through their chest. Excuse me, because that's what they did. You know what I mean? So also on TikTok, there's this thing, white tears, which is many white people. We discussed earlier how earlier this week, one of the top Google searches was, "Can I change my vote?"
Yeah, that's such a crazy Google search.
And I think a lot of white people, so they said they broke records this time.
Well, what are the whites upset about? Why would they want to change their vote?
To get there, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
White people did not know that Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act were the same thing. So a lot of people were like, yo, I signed up for the Affordable Care Act, but I wanted him to end Obamacare. And they've got all these videos of all these white women that are like, either like, yo, I was at the school line today. Yeah. Right? Or they're like, yo, my uncle or my cousin or my this, that, and the third. And it's just like your family. Y'all knew how bad he was. Even people who worked for him who were evil, they told you not to vote for this motherfucker. Right? So I just don't understand, if the stove wasn't hot, you stuck your hand into a barbecue pit after people told you it was hot, and you're expecting your hand not to
burn.
Unbelievable. Shit is crazy. People are stupid. People are stupid.
I think that's the bottom line is I think that's what the one thing we can all agree on is how stupid people are.
If I, knock on wood, if I have to go to the South anytime in the next 4 years, I'm just gonna look at everybody like y'all some dumb motherfuckers. Because you are.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
I don't want black kids going to white colleges to play football. Maybe no. Hampton University, Howard University, Virginia State, A&T, any place but Texas. or Alabama or any of these places, my G, you're already good enough to go to the league.
Yeah.
If the power shifts, we all over here, my G. You don't need Alabama. Alabama does nothing for you.
I'm scared as to what's going to happen, man. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. And you know, the Republicans and this upcoming administration is gonna control the White House as well as Congress for the next 2 years. They're about to pass any and everything with little to no regard for the rest of the world. It's going to be just the things that are advantageous to them and their race. I don't know.
I don't even think it's about their race. I think it's about their class.
Well, I think it also, I mean, Project 2025 is all about making sure that white America stays white for as long as possible, because they're now seeing, you know, the numbers of people of color increasing, and they use the narrative about migrants coming in as a way to hate them. You know, like, yo, this is America. This is your America. It's changing. At some point, these migrants and people of color coming in from other countries are going to take over, and they're going to vote Democrat. So
yeah, so white people make up.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that they're using that as a way to mobilize white people to vote Republican and try to keep America as quote unquote pure as possible, right? So I think they're yeah. Go ahead. No, I was saying they're gonna push their agenda in these next 2 years, and they're gonna be successful in doing it.
There was a Time magazine article many years ago. It's called "The Browning of America." My mom has it like framed.
Yeah,
and it stated like at the time, America was 80% white or 73% white or something like that. The prediction was by 2030. White people would be the minority. Currently, in 2024, white people make up 57.6% of America, of the America's population.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to stop it. Whether you deport these people or not, you're not going to be able to stop it. Right. I think what's going to happen is you're going to you're going to lay out so many of these things to try to stop it that it's just going to infuriate people more. Now, if those people aren't here, for sure the numbers are going to dip. Like, it's not going to move the way it was moving. But I think there's a lot of people to blame. But it has to start with white women, white people. The Latinos, I don't know what the fuck y'all was doing. Latino men, this Dearborn, Michigan crew, I don't know what y'all was on.
Yeah.
And I think rural America has done a good job of remaining stupid. So when I say that, like, I was watching one TikTok this morning, and it was a white woman actually. She was like, "Yo, the South never got they never got in trouble for having slaves. Like the South was never punished for having slaves.
Yeah,
they just lost the Civil War and life went on. You know what I'm saying? But nobody was hung. The what are they called? The plantations. Mm-hmm. They're now fucking places where white people get married at. Like, crazy. All sorts of just crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And so you've just effectively allowed it to just continue to go. You know what I'm saying? And
you know I was gonna say, you know who else is also to blame for a lot of this fuck shit, and we got to be responsible and be accountable for that too. We gotta hold Joe Biden responsible for a lot of this shit.
Very true.
I mean,
we can hold many people in his administration, right? Because
the whole Democratic Party, the DNC, we can hold.
Yeah, Merrick Garland, you're supposed to be prosecuting Trump, and you just took 2 years and did nothing.
It's
The
that.
evidence is there.
It's muting Kamala Harris in the last 4 years, not allowing her to speak, um, keeping her away from the public eye, where America never really got a chance to know her. So you never let her put her in a position of power, ultimately leading to America not trusting her in the last 3 months when you decided at the last minute to not run for president. Thank you for doing that, because it would have been a complete other mass.